Tonight, U.S. officials say no vessels have been hit and nobody was injured after they say Iran fired cruise missiles and drones targeting U.S. flagged ships in the Strait of Hormuz. And this comes as President Trump said the military is guiding ships through the key waterway starting today. NBC's Julie Sirkin explains how this impacts the ceasefire talks tonight.
Even as the fragile ceasefire with Iran holds, U.S. Central Command says Iran has fired missiles and sent drones and small boats to target U.S. ships in the Strait of Hormuz. Military officials say U.S. attack helicopters thwarted the drones and destroyed the boats, though CENTCOM denies Iran's claim that it struck an American warship. This comes after President Trump announced Project Freedom, an effort to free up ships from countries not involved in the war that have been stranded in the strait for weeks. The president posting that he told countries asking for assistance the U.S. will help get their ships and crews safely out of the critical waterway. Iran shut down the transit route after fighting began and has only tightened its stranglehold since the U.S. started its blockade on their ports. Despite the verbal volleys, the two countries are still talking about ways to end the hostilities.
Doing very well with regard to Iran. Again, they want to make a deal. They're decimated. They're having a hard time figuring out who their leader is.
But with oil tankers not moving, prices are surging, leading to even more money misery at the gas pump.
Gas prices are really outrageous, and then on top of the food prices. So we need to make some change. We need to make something happen.
A gallon of gas now averages $4.46, but in many parts of the country, drivers are paying more than $5 a gallon. And according to data compiled by NBC News, the Midwest is getting hit hard.
Believe it or not, yesterday I was at a gas station and I was in there for 20 minutes, and in 20 minutes the gas went up $1.
The Trump administration says prices will go down once the war is over.
This gasoline, this temporary aberration, will be over in a matter of weeks or a month.
But for many drivers, that's too long to wait.
I'm about ready to buy a horse.
CENTCOM says U.S. guided missile destroyers are now in the Arabian Gulf as part of Project Freedom, and that two U.S. flagged commercial ships have made their way successfully through the Strait of Hormuz. Monica Alba, NBC News, the White House.